Hi, in this video, I will share the IGNOU BSW First Year Students assignment questions from the latest January session 2024. The subject is Introduction to Social Work. The two questions are covered in this video session. The first question is Define Social Work. Trace the history of social work in the USA. Firstly, definition of social work. Social work is a professional discipline focused on helping individuals, families, groups, and communities enhance their well-being and their overall functioning. Social work aims to address and solve social issues, provide support, and advocate for social justice and human rights. The core value of social work include service, social justice, dignity, and worth of the person. Importance of human relationships, integrity, and competence. Next, the history of social work in the USA. Firstly, early beginnings, late 19th century. The root of social work in the USA can be traced back to the late 19th century during the period of rapid industrialization and urbanization. Social issues such as poverty, diseases, and exploitations of labor became prominent. The establishment of the Charity Organization Society (COS) in 1877 in Buffalo, New York marked a significant step. COS aimed to organize and professionalize charitable activities. Jane Addams and Ellen Wade Starr founded her house in Chicago in 1889, which became a model for settlement houses. These houses provided services such as education, healthcare, and recreation to the urban poor. Next, early 20th century. The early 20th century saw the formalization of social work as a profession. In 1898, the New York School of Philanthropy, now known as Columbia University School of Social Work, was established, marking the beginning of professional education in social work. Social workers played a critical role during the Progressive Era, advocating for labor laws, child welfare, and public health reforms. Next, Great Depression and the New Deal Era, 1930s. The Great Depression highlighted the need for a more organized social welfare system. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deals included programs such as the Social Security Act of 1935, which laid the foundation for modern social welfare policies. Social workers were integral in the administration of relief programs and the development of policies to combat poverty and unemployment. Next, post-World War, 1940s to 1960s. The post-war period saw an expansion of social service and the professionalization of social work. The National Association of Social Workers (NASW) was formed in 1955, providing a unified voice for the profession. Social workers were involved in civil rights movements, advocating for racial equality and social justice. Next, 1970s to present. The 1970s and 1980s brought the challenges such as economic recession and debates over the role of government in social welfare. Social workers continued to advocate for vulnerable populations, including the elderly, disabled, and mentally ill. In recent decades, the profession has expanded to include a focus on issues such as substance abuse, domestic violence, and LGBTQ plus rights. LGBTQ plus rights. Advances in technology and challenges in healthcare have influenced the practice and delivery of social work services. The conclusion is throughout its history, social work in USA has evolved to address the changing needs of society, maintaining a focus on social justice, advocacy, and empowerment of individuals and communities. Next question is explain the relationship between voluntary and professional social work. Firstly, the origin and historical context. Voluntary social work emerged earlier with the community members providing informal help and charity to those in need. It was driven by altruism, religious motives, and civic responsibility. Professional social work developed late. That next point. Professional social work developed later, evolving from the volunteer effort and became formalized through education, training, and establishment of standards. Motivation and goals. Voluntary social work is primarily driven by personal or collective commitment to social causes, often motivated by compassion, empathy, and community service. Next point, professional social work is guided by a set of ethical principles, a code of conduct, and a commitment to evidence-based practice aimed at promoting social justice and individual well-being. A training and qualification. Volunteers may have varied backgrounds and typically do not require formal training or qualifications. Their involvement can range from unskilled support to specialized tasks. Professional social workers are required to have formal education, usually a bachelor or master's degree in social work, and must adhere to licensing and certification requirements. Next is scope of practice. Volunteer social work often focus on immediate relief and support such as food distribution, tutoring, and or companionship. Professional social work encompasses a broader scope, including clinical intervention, case management, policy advocacy, and research. Professionals are trained to access and address complex social and psychological issues. Impact and sustainability. Volunteer social work can quickly mobilize resources and community support, making it effective in crisis situations and for specific short-term projects. Professional social work aims for sustainable long-term impact through systematic approaches, policy development, and continuous evaluation of interventions. Collaboration and integration. Volunteer and professional social work often collaborate with the professional, providing guidance and support to volunteers. This collaboration can enhance the reach and effectiveness of social initiatives. Professional social workers may also rely on volunteers to extend their services and create community-based network of support, accountability, and ethics. Volunteer social work operates on a more flexible and informed basis, which may sometimes lead to inconsistent standards and practices. Professional social work is bound by ethical guidelines and professional standards, ensuring accountability and consistent of quality of service. Advocacy and policy influences. Volunteer social work often brings grassroots level insights and community perspectives to the forefront, influencing social change from the bottom up. Professional social work engages in systematic advocacy, leveraging research and professional networks to influence policy and legislative changes at broader levels. In summary, volunteer and professional social workers are interconnected, with each playing a vital role in addressing social issues. Volunteer effort provides essential grassroots support and immediate relief, while the professional social work ensures a structured, ethical, and evidence-based approach to long-term social welfare and justice. The collaboration between the two enhances the overall impact and effectiveness of social service. The next question is discuss the model of ethics for Indian social workers. Firstly, the introduction and purpose. The Model Code of Ethics for Indian social workers serve as a guideline for professional conduct, ensuring that social workers uphold the highest standard of integrity, competence, and ethical behavior. It aims to protect the rights and dignity of clients, foster trust in the profession, and promote social justice and human rights. Core values and principles. Respect for human dignity and worth. Social workers must treat every individual with respect, recognizing their inherent dignity and worth, regardless of their background or circumstance. Social justice. Social workers should actively work to challenge social injustice and promote policies and practices that ensure the equal access to resources and opportunities. Service to humanity. Commitment to helping those in need and addressing social problems is paramount. Social workers should prioritize the well-being of clients and communities. Integrity. Social workers must demonstrate honesty, transparency, and ethical behavior in all professional interactions and decisions. Professional conduct and competence. Continual learning and development. Social workers should engage in lifelong learning to enhance their skills and knowledge, ensuring their practice remains current and effective. Professional boundaries. Maintaining appropriate boundaries with the clients is crucial to avoid conflict of interest and ensure a professional relationship. Competence. Social workers should only undertake tasks for which they are qualified and seek supervision or refer clients when necessary. Confidentiality and privacy. Client confidentiality. Social workers must protect the confidentiality of all client information, disclosing it only with informed consent or when legally required. Use of information. Information should be used slowly for the purpose for which it was obtained, and clients should be informed about how their information will be used. Next is client rights and self-determination. Autonomy. Social workers should respect clients' right to make their own decisions and support their self-determination. Next point is informed consent. Clients should be fully informed about the nature, risk, and benefits of services, allowing them to make the informed choices. Next is cultural sensitivity and non-discrimination. Cultural competence. Social workers must be aware of and respect cultural differences, ensuring their practice is culturally sensitive and appropriate. Non-discrimination. Services should be provided without discrimination based on race, ethnicity, gender, age, religion, disability, sexual orientation, or soc- socio-economic status. Accountability and transparency. Accountability to clients and society. Social workers are accountable to their clients, colleagues, employees, and the broader society, ensuring their parties adhere to ethical standards. Transparency. Decisions and actions should be transparent with social workers providing clear explanation for their professional judgments. Advocacy and social change. Advocacy for vulnerable population. Social workers should advocate for the rights and needs of marginalized and vulnerable populations, working towards systematic change. Policy involvement. Engagement in policy development and advocacy is encouraged to promote social justice and address the root cause of social issues. Professional integrity and ethical decision making. Ethical decision making. Social workers should use ethical frameworks and concern with the colleagues or ethical committees when, when faced with a complex decision. Integrity. Upholding the highest standard of ethical conduct even in challenging situations is essential. Conclusion. The Model Code of Ethics for Indian social workers is designated to ensure that social workers provide the highest standard of service while upholding the provision, values, and principles. It provides a foundation for ethical practice, guiding social workers in their responsibilities to clients, colleagues, and society at large. Next question is elaborate the different stages of human development. Human development is a continuous process that begins at the conception and continues throughout the life. It encompasses physical, cognitive, emotional, and social changes. Here are the different stages of human development. Parental stage, conception to birth. Germinal stage, 0 to 2 weeks, begins at conception, when a sperm cell fertilizes an egg cell to form a zygote. The zygote undergoes a rapid cell division and implants itself in the uterine wall. Embryonic stage, 3 to 8 weeks. The zygote becomes an embryo. Major organs and structures begin to develop, including the head, brain, and spinal cord. Embryo is highly vulnerable to environmental influences. Fetal stage, 9 weeks to birth. Embryo is now called a fetus. Growth and maturation of organs continues, and the fetus began to move. By the end of this stage, the fetus is fully formed and ready for birth. Infancy, birth to 2 years. Neonatal period, 0 to 2 months. The newborn adjusts to life outside the womb. Reflexes like sucking and grasping are present. Basic motor skills start developing. Infancy period 2 months to 2 years. Rapid physical growth occurs. Cognitive development includes the beginning of language acquisition and object per- per- permanence. Emotional attachment to caregivers is crucial for social development. Early childhood 2 to 6 years. Physical development includes empowered motor skills such as running, jumping, and fine motor activities like drawing. Next is cognitive development is marked by symbolic throughout the language development and imagination. P- Pictures pre-operational stage occurs where children begins to think symbolically but lack logical reasoning. Next is social and emotional development involves forming basic friendship, understanding social roles, and developing self-control and empathy. Middle childhood, 6 to 12 years. Physical growth slows down but continues steadily. Improvement in coordination and physical skills. Cognitive development involves concrete operational thinking, where children gain logical reasoning abilities but are still focused on concrete, tangible objects. Social and emotional development includes developing a sense of self-esteem, understanding rules, and ability to work cooperatively in groups. Adolescence stage 12 to 18 years. Physical changes include puberty, resulting sexual maturation, and significant growth spurts. Cognitive development transition to formal operation thinking, pictured where the abstract and hypothetical thinking emerges. Social and emotional development is characterized by the search for identity. Recurrent identities with role confusion, increased independence, and formation of intimate relationships. Early adulthood, 80 to 40 years. Physical development reaches its peak, and individuals are at their most physically capable. Cognitive development includes the application of knowledge and skills in professional and personal contexts. Many people engage in higher education and career development. Middle adulthood, 40 to 65 years. Physical changes may include the gradual decline in physical abilities, such as strength and endurance, and the onset of menopause in women. Cognitive development can remain stable or even improve in terms of accumulated knowledge and expertise, although processing speed may decline. Social and emotional development include maintaining relationships, contributing to society through work and community involvement, and experiencing a generativity basis segmentation stage. Late adulthood, 70, 65 years and older. Physical changes include further decline in physical capabilities, sensory function, and health, increased vulnerability to chronic diseases. Cognitive development may involve decline in memory and processing speed, but many individuals continue to maintain cognitive functions and adapt to changes. Social and emotional development involves reflecting on life, and integrity with the step, adjusting to retirement, coping with loss, and maintaining social connections. Each stage of human development involves unique challenges and milestones that contribute to an individual's growth and adaptation. Understanding these stages helps in comprehending the complex processes that shape human behavior and development across the lifespan. Thank you. Then the two questions are covered in these sessions. The remaining questions are in next video of part as part two. This one is part one. That's all. Thank you.